Lights up, Bronx Arts Middle. This is your principal, Mr. Gonzalez, bringing you your news for today, Tuesday, December 10th, 2019. Did you know middle school matters? And that is why we have something called the middle school method right here at Bronx Arts Middle. It is comprised of these 4 parts: artist process, growth mindset, visual thinking strategies, artist palette, and what holds it all together.
Because you know I'm all about that bass, about that bass. No
Bronx
trouble.
Arts Soaring
I'm
Scholars,
all about that bass,
BASS
about that
spells
bass.
bass,
No trouble. I'm
reminding
all
you
about that bass, about
that
that
each and every
bass.
day
No
to be a soaring
trouble.
scholar, you
I'm
should
all
be your
about
best
that
always.
bass, about that bass,
Attend
bass,
school,
bass.
show
Yeah, it's
respect,
pretty clear.
and
I ain't
succeed
no
academically.
size two, but I can
Mix
shake
them
it,
all
shake it
together,
like I'm
and that's
supposed to.
bass.
'Cause I got that boom, boom, that
Moving
on
on,
the
well,
floor
just a
shakes.
reminder,
I'm
yeah,
on
make
the
it your
right
baseline.
tip,
That's
I'm
right.
on the right place.
Let's put our spotlight on our curriculum, policies, and more. We have been focusing a lot on iReady, which should be iStarting this week, and we're doing this because we all can improve. It's individualized instruction that's also individually incentivized. We're also going to do some whole group incentives, so sections will be competing against each other with their success and how much they grow using iReady. Remember, this is the best that we can do for you, making sure that you have the most competitive score on your state exam. Remember that this state exam is especially important for 7th graders, as it is what schools look at for the high school process. iReady should have started yesterday. We're starting it this week, folks. It's starting, it's coming, I promise you. And a spotlight on our new policies around classroom instruction and time out of class. We had this bathroom policy that we put together recently. You know what it is, but just as a reminder, till we get it 100% completely and everyone understanding it, we review this policy. Remember that this is all intended for us to increase the amount of time in the classroom, that we have protocols also in case if it's ever an emergency. This is what we use now at the school, and it is what is showing improvement already. There are great gains being made. Our hallways look better. We have scholars in the classroom. And we have started a new tardy policy. Remember that the tardy policy means that if you're not in the classroom, does it mean if you're right outside the door? No, you have to be in the classroom to not be picked up and put into that in-school suspension for the class period. And our hall pass policy started just last week. And remember, this one is very serious. Never, ever, ever leave the classroom without a pass. Never take it upon yourself to just walk out, because that will get you an automatic out-of-school suspension. Increase the amount of time in the classroom by decreasing the amount of time outside of the classroom, and that means success for you at BAM. We have our second interim assessments, which are today and tomorrow. We are testing in math and science. Here are some additional things for you to consider. Now, remember to read the test directions very carefully and watch for details, because test questions and directions often contain valuable information. So don't throw that away as something not important. Read that very carefully. Always read all directions carefully to ensure you understand what is actually being asked and you're answering the right thing. It is not uncommon to have 2 answers on a multiple choice questions that seem correct. It's actually very common to see that. So pay attention to the details and always choose the best one. Plan how you're going to use the allotted time. Now remember, you have a finite amount of time that you can complete these tests. So pace yourself so you can complete the test in the allotted time frame. Allow enough time for the more difficult sections or sections that are weighted more heavily in the final test grade. That is where you want to devote most of your time. And complete the questions you know first, then come back and tackle the problems you're not sure about after. Also, never, ever, 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 ever leave a question blank. Maintain a positive attitude throughout the entire test. So don't lose confidence or waste time if you encounter confusing or difficult questions. Just use that growth mindset and keep going. Answer the questions you know first. And if you have no clue about what the correct answer may be, make that educated guess. But remember, never, ever, 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 ever do you leave it blank. Moving on to the call board now for our school announcements. It is Eduardo Villaro, 7th grade, who goes to the library today. During advisory, you will go to the library upstairs during your advisory time today. Remember to fill your water bottles only at these times. And PE classes, plan accordingly. Bring your outerwear. And to always give respect to each other. Remember, we are always kind first. That is being respectful. Now shine on, you bright art stars, and have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Good luck on the interim assessments. Work hard.